Welcome to this brief introduction to AMBA 600. My name is Rohan Garrix and I am going to be one of the tutors in the program. Specifically during weeks 4 and 5, there is a portion of the course that has to do with Excel for analysis and communication. Has two parts. The reason for posting this video and directing you to this so early is that while the assignment is due in week 4 and in week 5, different portions of it, you really have to spend some time on this starting now. And I'm assuming you're watching this during weeks 1 or 2. That's going to be super important. Now, the assignment has to do with the process of conversing using the language of numbers. We're talking about gathering numerical data, performing and reviewing mathematical calculations, analyzing and interpreting results, all in an effort to come up with solutions for problems or to make decisions driven by the data that you have collected. Microsoft Excel is a super powerful software that is used across many industries, even industries that are PC based versus those that are Mac based. Mac has found that Microsoft Excel for Macs is pretty popular, so this software transcends the various platforms that you have. And I will have a note for Mac users later on in this. There's one particular thing I will need to highlight. Now, regardless of your level of expertise with Excel, you're either going to become more of an expert or you're going to have to become an expert, and you want to spend the first weeks of this course focusing on the specific skills in Excel that you're going to need to have up your sleeve to be able to execute this assignment starting in week 4. The basics of the assignment is outlined here. It's a workforce composition analysis. The data includes data that is pretty common: your organizational role, your salary, your length of service, stuff that you are very familiar with, that you need to understand what you are given and therefore what it represents. That's going to help you to make appropriate choices for analysis and logical conclusions. Now, Microsoft Excel is the powerhouse software that you're going to be using for this. It is way more than a grid, and you are going to surprise yourself when you start to use it to automate data and to be able to do a series of calculations. One thing that may be new for many Microsoft Excel users is what we call add-ins, which is a sort of hidden portion of Excel, and there is going to be a video attached that will show you how to activate this hidden gem within Microsoft Excel, and I'll show you real quick what it does. If this is a set of data that shows the ages of, say, students in a particular training program, and you wanted to find some general results from this data set, at the couple clicks of a mouse, you can come up with a plethora of data. The mean is 13.7, the standard error is 0.73, the median is 13, and so on and so forth. So data analysis, which is one of the add-ins in Excel, is specifically called out in this assignment, and you absolutely want to spend some time making sure you understand how to utilize that, and make sure you are watching the video that is going to be posted. Excel tips: when you are assessing a document, a couple of things you're going to need to be aware of that I'm going to highlight. I did mention that you want to stay ahead of the curve. Avoid the 11th hour panic. There is a natural delay for the online environment where you do not get a response immediately. With the tutoring services, generally speaking, the timing of the response is, the expected is 36 hours, which is a super long time to wait for a response. My target is to respond within 24 hours. I aim for 12 as a sort of norm. Maximum ever is 48. If it goes to 48, I would be sending a second email, because chances are it's the first one was missed or something like that happened. Please operate with this in mind and give yourself some lead time so that you're not frustrated when you have to wait 12 to 24 hours for a response. There's a team of tutors, and during the 2 weeks especially, we are going to be way more responsive than normal, simply because we understand that that's going to be crunch time for this assignment. But please do not expect immediate responses. You will not always have a tutor online at the same time as you. Sometimes you will, and we will let you know when those times are for that 2 weeks block. But absolutely, give yourself some buffer. We will do our best to exceed your expectation, but do not expect immediate responses. The online environment doesn't always offer that. All right. Keep updating your tutors on your progress. It helps us to learn each student and to be able to tailor our responses based on your strengths and weaknesses. And please ask specific questions of your tutors. One of the things that you will find with sort of navigating students through some of the challenges they may have with assignments like this, screenshots and emailing the actual document with the errors that you are having, those will help the tutor to zoom in on what the specifics are that's leading to these concerns and these errors, way more than trying to articulate errors in words and describing it. So please get in the habit of doing that. If you're getting an error, take a screenshot, email the document to the tutor to say, hey, I'm trying to move through this step and I'm getting this error. This is the formula I'm using. Can you help me with this particular problem? That's going to really decrease the time it takes to get you the answers you need, so we're not having too much back and forth of emails to get to that point. How to utilize the tutoring service: post questions, read posted responses, examine the posted responses, and I'll give you an example of that right now. One of the things you want to be able to do is use cell references. If I have data here and I wanted to add all of these, I can tell Excel to add 18 to 14 to 11 and so on and so forth, and that's just so inefficient. You want to make cell references, so add whatever is in this cell to whatever is in this cell to whatever is in cell A4, and so on and so forth, so that the automated feature in this, if this figure changes to 40, then it automatically updates everything that's dependent on it. So you want to use cell references. The other thing you want to do is to be able to examine documents to see what cell references were used. For instance, this 23.0 was calculated by counting the data in cells A3 to A43, and this here I've added just to show you what it is. But if this wasn't given to you, how could you know how we arrived at this 23.0? By clicking on this cell in the function box here, it shows you how we achieved that. So this, you can learn from assessing an Excel document as a template. Another quick tip: if you use the control and tilde function or tilde key, which is the one below the escape, then you will see where it actually shows you, instead of showing you the 23, it shows you the formula that was used. instead of showing you the value for the mean, it shows you the function that was used. And if you hit Control and tilde again, it goes back to the numerical results. So that will help you to assess an Excel document and learn from it. Locked cell, which is F4, you definitely want to learn to use that function. Again, I'm going to post a video that speaks about using F4, but if I'm entering a formula that says C3 plus C4, if I hit the F4 function, it introduces the dollar signs here in different ways while I toggle through all the possibilities. Now, what this is doing is locking the references, and you will see the value of that. I wanted to sort of plant that bug in your ear so you knew what these dollar signs mean if you see this in an Excel document that you're assessing to learn from. And I will post a video on using locked cells for you to look at as well. All right, so moving on, we looked at that. The steps for the assignment. The assignment starts later in the course, but as I said, you must start to prep. I would complete step 1 now. Step 1 is basically downloading the document, saving it as you're told to name it, just to get a step in on the assignment. It is necessary for you to refer to the videos as you work through the workforce composition analysis. The videos will, and the links will walk you through the steps that you need to learn. It is going to be very important for you to understand your objectives and use the research skills to find the specific skills, tricks, functions of interest. Do not attempt to learn everything about Excel. There is just too much. If in your research and you're prepping over the next 4 weeks, it becomes you're wanting to learn every possible thing there is about Excel, you are gonna be very distracted. There is a lot, and what I would suggest that you learn more than anything else is how to research doing things in Excel, because that's gonna be where you're gonna have the power to use Excel, because Excel does so much. If you understand how to research what you want to achieve and how to learn the mechanics of a new application within Excel, then that's the most important skill that you can develop, as opposed to spending a lot of time learning a lot of specifics without sort of understanding how to explode as a user of Excel by almost self-teaching. Searching YouTube is a super strong and suggested option for learning. Almost every topic in Excel has a posted video. The good thing about it is that there are multiple videos on each topic, and you may find that the way one author presents it, it doesn't resonate with you, so you have to read or watch a second video, and you have multiple options there. Refresh your math skills. You're going to need those, same with statistics. Take the time to watch the embedded videos to look at the links that are there. Some basics of Excel that we spoke about: cell referencing, copying formula, pasting, special pasting. I want to look real quick at special pasting. If I have this set of data here that I wanted to copy, when you go to paste it somewhere else, you have several options. You can paste just the value, you can paste the function, you can paste and flip. If you notice, it's now in the row, in the column, and I can get it to paste the data in the row. So be careful that you're using the correct one and using it in a deliberate fashion. That's a super powerful portion of Excel that many people take a while to learn. Ask questions about anything that is unclear while revising it. If you're revising something and you're trying it in your own Excel document and it's not working, feel free to send us a note and we will help you with identifying why it's not working. Same basics with statistics. Go through the statistical concerns that you have. You're going to need to use some statistical processing tools. Revise those, follow the outline, and you will get to where you need to go. And as I said before, take the time to watch the embedded videos. Take the time to read the links that are given in the document so that you can complete the prep that you will need to be able to complete the assignment. Data analysis. This link here takes you to the one that details how to get data analysis activated on your machine, as well as how to utilize it. Now, a real quick note to Mac users, and I invested in a Mac years ago only to get a sense of what students who are Mac users go through in courses like this. Microsoft Excel for Macs works perfectly for 95% of this course. The challenge is that there's a specific call for using data analysis tool, which in my research over the years I have not found an equivalent that runs on a Mac platform. So the options are really for you to gain access to a PC just for that portion of the assignment. Your life is going to be way easier if you choose that route than try to find a way to twist the arm of a Mac to do what this particular thing is capable of doing. You can trust my experience on this. I use both platforms. I have been tutoring Excel courses for a while now, and I have seen where people have invested a lot of time trying to make the Mac do everything that a PC can, and vice versa. But in this particular case, Microsoft Excel for Macs will take you through 95% of this. If you export that document to a PC, assess the part using data analysis, get that data, and then you just seamlessly move back to using your Mac. That's going to be the path of least resistance. Anything else is doable, but you're going to be investing time researching how to make a Mac do this when you might be able to spend that time in a more productive way. But again, the choice is yours, and certainly I welcome any questions or feedback on that so that I can help the Mac users to navigate through this speed bump. All right. So the deliverables, please make sure that you are creating the deliverables exactly as you are asked. The professor asks for specific tab 1 to be the data, tab 2 to be the Excel summary sheet, tab 3 to be the graphs. Take an extra moment to deliver the results exactly as you are being asked to do it. And absolutely reach out. This has been a little long. I hope it's been worth it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. The essence of what I'm saying is between now and week 4, there's a lot of preparation that you have to do so that weeks 4 and 5 you are attacking the assignment and not sort of brushing up on the prerequisites for doing the assignment. Alright, so feel free to reach out to me or any one of the other tutors if you have any questions, and I really appreciate your investing the time to watch this and hope it was useful. Thank you so much.